Oh, no, they're not mine. They're not.
This lead has complicated things.
Oh, should I take it out?
Yes.
Oh, it's supposed to be charging. See if I've got enough charge. Can I use your glasses? Can you use these? Because these glasses, I'm trying to get Mark to give me his glasses because I look like Deirdre Barlow in these. Or maybe I'll just have to look like Deirdre Barlow. I don't think he's going to lend me his glasses. He's a bit meanie with his glasses. Aren't you? So, first of all, the good news is Mark and Maddie went to pick up Chi-Chi today from the hospital. And she is on her way, well, she's there now at Maddie's boyfriend. So Maddie will be looking after her there because, obviously, as lots of you know, though not all of you, Toffee has kennel cough. And yes, I do look like Gigi Barlow. Oh, it keeps going on like that, Mark. It keeps coming up on, something keeps happening. Sorry, Mark's just trying to set it. I'll tell you what, darling, I'll just stick with this. It's fine. I can read the comments. I can read the comments. Yeah, so great news that she is feeling better, was full of beans, though a bit uncomfortable. She's come back with painkillers and medicine, and hopefully she will be almost back to normal.
She was so sweet.
So sweet, they said in the car. And she has vision in one eye. And who knows, the recovery that she's made, where we were at emotionally, like she could die, you never know, she might get full vision back. Fingers crossed. Hi, we went to Norfolk at the weekend and went to Snettisham and had the nachos and cookie dough and marshmallows. Oh, thanks for recommending. Did you? Did you tell them we'd sent you? So relieved. So relieved. Well, welcome anybody if you are new. If you've come over from Instagram or if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can always be told when we're here. We're going to be doing a body confidence, body acceptance chat, but there is so much going on in this channel. There are a lot of different playlists, cookery, movie reviews, TV reviews, mental health films, gardening films. There's a lot that goes on here, so make sure you have a bit of a look round before you leave.
I'm going to go and finish editing Black Widow.
All right, Tiny. Mark's now just going off with a huge plate of sushi. He deserves it after the drive he just did. And guess what, guys? I've cleaned out my cupboards. It was very boring and I hated it. So, hello, everybody. So, I haven't done one of these body confidence chats for a long time. Now, I've put how to be body confident in the most trite of ways, really. I mean, what a ridiculous title to a film. It is so complex, it is so layered, and I don't even believe in body confidence. I believe in body acceptance. But I had to put that in the title because that's the way we talk about it. People say you're either confident, body confident, or you're not body confident. So that's what I had to put in the title, but I'm a bit pissed off. Hello, Rebecca Carter. Oh, your sister is joining. That's lovely. Lovely, lovely. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Adelaide Kelly. Hello, John Dobbins. Where's the nacho recipe? Oh, that's in the members area. We've got, also if you're new, though there's tons of stuff on this channel, on the main channel, we have a members area. It's 50 pence a week, and that's where we do extra content and a lot of cooking and all sorts of other things. So, hello, Anita James. Welcome. Just subscribed. Hello, Sharon Alston. Hello, Energy Lady. Welcome to everybody. Hello, Nicholas Joy. Hello, Ashley. Ashley is here, and Ashley at the moment is on a massive weight loss campaign, aren't you? So, and you're doing so well, and we're all so proud of you. Keep on going. Right. So, I was earlier going to put up a box for people to ask questions there so that we could get a bit ahead. But actually, I thought that kind of complicates things because I know that you like to ask questions here live. So you can ask me any question about, well, let me first of all start off by saying, and those people that watch me regularly will have heard me say this before, that I find it very frustrating when people say to me, oh my God, you're so body confident now because, oh my God, I could never be body confident like you, and like holding me up as a body confident person. It scares the shit out of me. Absolutely scares the shit out of me because it's not true. I'm not a body confident person now. If you're really struggling with body confidence and body acceptance, that's me. I've just found strategies to have a better life around it. So the reason why, oh, sorry, I'm trying to plug this in. The reason I want to make that really clear is the last thing in the world I want to be to people is somebody that other people go, oh, wow, look at her. She's like that. I could never be like that. Because you've just honestly got no idea how many years I've spent. I've got a tummy fold, Stephanie. I can feel it right now. But the world doesn't stop turning. And for years I thought it would. Yeah, so I would say, not clinically so, not diagnosed so, but when I look back over my life, I was completely body dysmorphic. I mean, I would say to people, oh God, no, I hate myself. Oh God, no, don't. Oh no, I don't want to show my body. Oh no, no, no. I'll turn the camera. And people would say to me, oh God, she can't really feel like that. She's really gorgeous. Never thought I was gorgeous. Now, of course, when I look back on photos of myself, and at the moment I'm on EastEnders in classic drama, and I look back and I go, bloody hell, you were gorgeous. No idea. I genuinely thought I was hideous. I would see myself as hideous. I've been really big. I've been 5 stone heavier. No, 4.5 stone heavier than I am now. And I've been stones lighter than I am now. I've been anything from 8 stone 11 up to 13 stone 10, back to the middle, somewhere out there, up, down, size 18 down to size 10. So I've tried all the sizes. I have to say I wasn't very long at size 10. And, you know, what it all comes down to actually is that it's not actually about weight. For me, it's not about weight, because whatever weight I was at, I had this self-loathing. And all the women that I know that are a perfect weight or a perfect size find something to hate about themselves. Well, I hate my elbows, hate my knees, hate my back, hate my bum, hate the way I walk, hate. We say it so much to ourselves, not just women actually, men as well. And there's plenty of men. Mark is the same. Mark's the same as me. In fact, he's worse. So, yeah, so just over the years, I found body acceptance, not body confidence. And sometimes I feel so bad about myself and I feel so down. And sometimes when I'm doing these funny photos for Instagram, you know, and I see the photos and I see what I actually look like, I'm like, oh my God, and I cringe and I don't want to post it out. Like when I do my Kim Kardashian things, I don't want to do it and I don't want to post it, and then I do. And just the acceptance from other people and other people saying, oh wow, yeah, you're just like me, and oh, wow. Because most of us are just like each other. Those again of you that watch me regularly know that I have this analogy that supermodels and megastars and the likes of the Kardashians are multi-millionaires because they are so rare and unusual. That's why. And too many people, you know, hold themselves up to that. So men, I don't know who the men are that men look up to, but the same thing. You know, you can look at the guy with the washboard stomach, you can look at the guy, the top athlete, you can look at the A-list movie star, and you can think, well, God, you know, I'm nothing like them. Ergo, I have less worth. I can't possibly ever attract anybody because I've got a big stomach, or I've got rubbed together thighs, or as my friend Dutch Stitzer calls it, chub rubs. I love that, chub rubs. And that's a shame, isn't it? Because these people, and again, people who follow me regularly know that I always say this, are rare orchids, and they have to be kept in glass bell jars, and they have to be fed pure air and pure water, and be given minuscule amounts of food, and have to work out hard, and it's dedication. I mean, some people, yeah, are just born the supermodels, you know, that are just born and they don't work out, and but they're rare. They're like freaks of nature because they're so rare. All the rest of us are daffodils, and daffodils give joy and sprinkles of joy everywhere, and they're affordable, and we are daffodils. That's what we are. So we mustn't strive to be something that we can never be. Don't strive to have the Kardashian bum. Don't strive to have the Angelina Jolie lips, because you can't. And that is the acceptance, you know. I used to think the whole world would stop turning if anyone saw my cellulite. I was like, oh my God. You know, I used to get like panic attacks about it. Panic attacks about getting a shot taken of me and it going in the newspaper and just like... And then eventually you get to a point where you think, what am I actually so frightened about? What am I so frightened about? So what? Somebody might go, ooh, look at her thighs. Well, so what? Are they somebody that I love, somebody that I care about, somebody that means something to me? You know, if somebody wants to think nastily about me because of the way I look, well, I'm really glad I'm not friends with them and I don't spend much time with them and they're not somebody I love. You know, so for years you can be berating yourself when you could be having great thoughts about other things or having a great time, or, you know, if you think of all the things that you love to do that you probably haven't done as much of because you've wasted time like isolating or self-loathing or picking at the scab of low self-esteem, it just holds us back from life. And on our deathbed, will we really care? Because when we die, it's all about who we loved, how we cared for people, how we were cared back for, you know, that's what life's about. It's not about whether you have chub rub thighs or not, or whether your legs were too skinny, or your elbows were too saggy, or your eyes were too hooded, or your hair was too curly, or your hair was too straight, or you know, this stinking thinking, or as my yoga teacher says, the negative chit-chat that we just keep letting live in our heads, multiple voices, nasty people talking shit. You know, and if anybody came into our house and spoke to us like that, we'd call the police. And yet we can talk so badly to ourselves, can't we? Just so badly to ourselves. So, let's look at some of your questions. Dawny Harvey, I am what I am. The last year has taught me so much. Now, those of you who don't know Dawny had COVID twice and has long COVID and has struggled with her weight over the years. And I love to hear that, Dawny. I am what I am, you know. Yeah. You know, if anything, if this year can teach us anything, it's like, what is actually the real meaning? Amelia Bennett, I've lost 11 stone, finally feel comfortable in my own skin, but this week found out I'm type 1 diabetic. Turns out body confidence is about so much more than appearance. Health is our wealth. When we lose our health, we would give anything to have it back. Anything. We'd give our home, we'd give away our goldfish. No, you know, to have your health is to have your wealth. And I wish I'd understood that more when I was younger. That I hadn't tried to party away my negative thinking about myself and, you know, all the bad stuff I did. Rianne Kemp, I dread to think about how many experiences I've missed out due to my insecurities about the way I look. Yes, that's good that you're thinking like that. You've already got consciousness of it. That's the first step. I mean, you look fairly young, Rianne. I don't know how old you are, but, you know, for me, I didn't even have consciousness of it, that I was missing out. I was just embroiled in this, like, whatever I was doing with life, there was just this stinking thinking voice going the whole time, just running parallel to anything I was doing. I didn't have consciousness of what I was doing to myself even. So that's good you have consciousness, because that's the beginning. The thing is, what you do need for body acceptance and body confidence is a bit of patience. And that's a fucker, isn't it? Because none of us want to be patient about anything, right? But you do need patience because it's unraveling years of layering of bad thinking, bad thoughts, bad chatter, bad voices, tick, 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 like digging little holes in your brain, and you've got to fill up those little holes again and go, just get the fuck out of here. I've still got some of them living in my head. Oh yeah, they're there rent free. Always will be. but at least there aren't as many, and at least I can get them to shut up. Natasha Mitchell, it's not about weight, I'm a size 8, but I hate my cellulite, pale skin, veins on my legs, I'm not fit, etc. Oh, Natasha, isn't that word fit awful? Awful. Because it reduces women and men. That's why I hate with such a passion the program Naked Attraction. Anyone that knows me regularly on here knows I hate it so much. Naked Attraction is the most awful, awful program because it's all about just what do you look like? How fit are you? How big is your penis? How perfect are your breasts? And so much so that they cut their head off so you don't even have to see their head. So you don't even have to look in their eyes. So you don't have to see any of their personality. You don't have to see any of their soul because it's irrelevant. Because what do you like from here down to there? Well, do you know what? Could you think of a worse partner than somebody that thinks like that? You have to think of them like this. They're not fit to wipe my boots, let alone judge my body. Don't desire anyone that just wants you to be fit. To me, fit is being healthy as I can, but still having a little vodka tonic. Being as healthy as I can, being able to know when I'm being manipulated by what somebody else's needs are. Because sometimes, you know, I've seen the most beautiful of women being controlled by men via their looks. And they're like absolutely beautiful, but they control them with their looks, but control them by demeaning them. And, you know, taking you away from your intellect and your intelligence and your self, your sense of self. So you're reduced down to just thinking about whether you're fit or not. Don't waste another day not trying to change that course of thinking, Natasha. I'm not saying, oh, stop it now and don't think about your cellulite. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, so what about your blue vein? Just think about, oh, it's just about who you are, not the way you look. That doesn't work. That's just trite shit that people say that is really, really difficult for people that are struggling because you just think, but how? How do I do that? How do I do this? Because I've got this stinking thing where you do it gradually. You do it really gradually. And you have to do it bit by bit. So for instance, all my life, I was so horrible about my stomach, right? And my stomach is blubby. It's really soft and it hangs. It's a bit aprony because it's been fat for a long time and I've had kids. But I literally, like now, I'm holding it under my dungarees. I haven't got a top on. And I'm literally just squeezing it like that. And I'm just like, that's my stomach. Do you know what? It's just all right. It's all right. It could be a washboard stomach, but actually I don't want a washboard stomach. It's soft. That's my dog. She's fine. Sounds like she's dying, but she's not. You know, I look at my cellulite and I unravel in my head. Is it really hideous? Or is it just that we're fed that all the time that it is? Because it is a multi-billion-pound business selling women stuff to get rid of cellulite. And actually, most people don't notice it in the same way that you notice it. And the majority of cellulite ads, check out my Instagram, it's a bit further down, and you'll see 2 photos of me, one with both taken 1 minute after another, right? So I'm standing like this with my bum like this, and I haven't got a single bit of cellulite. Then Mark changed the angle of the camera so that the light was hitting my cellulite and my whole bum and legs are cellulite. You know, and so remember all the marketing, all the airbrushing, all the lighting that goes on. And a lot of times they will use like a 15-year-old girl to do an anti-cellulite ad because you've got that perfect, what does that mean? That blemish-free, what does blemish-free mean? Skin. So it's stinking thinking put in there by advertisers. And, you know, there's many countries in the world that don't even have a word for cellulite because it's just flesh. it's just special. I mean, I've been on shoots with skinny models and they have cellulite. This is just about the way that your body functions. Pale skin, beautiful. That means you're not sitting in the sun, giving yourself potentially aged skin and potentially skin cancer. Pale skin, look after that beautiful pale skin. Just remember, in many parts of the world, it's the most beautiful thing that you can have is pale skin. It's also subjective, but you've got to just nurture it. Put some cream in your skin, really look at it, really smooth it, be kind to it. Imagine that's your daughter saying to you, I hate my skin. This is what helped me a lot, because hearing my daughters say they hate themselves was so painful to me. Because I was looking at these beautiful girls and I just realised how fucking fucked up it all was. And how actually I had passed a lot of that down to them by the way I'd spoken to myself. And they'd seen me as little girls, seeing me talk like that about myself like you do there, Natasha. So, a step at a time, a tiny step at a time. Usually at 8:30 on a Wednesday morning, me and my friend Dance Your Tits Off do a live where we do just a little pulse of trying to keep people a bit more buoyant with keeping the stinking thinking quiet and encouraging body acceptance. Try that. Try body acceptance. Body confidence is a massive deal. It's like, it seems insurmountable. Oh, suddenly you're going to be body confident. I mean, just think of the word confident. It's massive. It's like, it's just like saying climb Mount Everest. If you're feeling shit about yourself, somebody goes, oh, just be body confident. It's like, what? Oh, we're going to get up there. Insurmountable. I'm talking too much and not answering enough questions. Hang on. Sylvia Pierce, I realised a long time ago I am what I am, and if anybody doesn't like my body, that's their problem, not mine. Love yourself, it's the only body you have. Wow, Sylvia, that is brilliant. You are there. I will never quite get to that, but I'm always moving towards it. Sophie J. Matilda, I just name the things I have. One hair growing out of my boob, and I call him Bob. Oh, I love that. I call my cellulite my dimple friends. And my stretch marks, my zebra stripes. I've grown attached and love them. Sophie, I love this. It's like my friend Dutch Titsoff that I just mentioned, who calls them chub rubs. She said a friend of hers came up to, went to meet her in Brighton recently, and she's a bigger woman. And she's like, oh, you're in a summer dress. I wish I could wear a summer dress. I can't wear a summer dress. Oh, I'm too fat. All my legs rubbed together. And my friend Dutch Titsoff said, have you not got any chub rubs? It's like, what are chub rubs? Just little, long, little, tight shorts, soft shorts that you wear so that if your legs rub together, they don't have to get sore. Chub rubs. I love that. Name the little thing. What do you call your zebra stripes, your stretch marks? I love it. I'm so pale, I'm almost translucent, says Sarah Smithard. How interesting. I love that. We can't all be the bloody same, can we? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Rianne. I'm really glad to hear that. I had scoliosis, this is Lewis M, and made me hate my body. I got turned away from being a PE teacher due to being overweight. Now a flight attendant. Oh wow! So you got to get a pretty cool job in the end. So are you saying that you've triumphed a little over adversity? Are you? Sounds like it. Sounds like you made a success of it anyway. Faith Goodman, Love Island is a bad influence with plastic implant, this and that. Glad I'm not the only one of us that thinks this. Well, bad influence. As you know, I watch Love Island. I mean, I have to for my job because we have Love Island on all the time, Little Women, and we talk about it a lot. First few years I didn't watch it, and now I do watch it. And it's quite interesting watching it with my young girls because they actually, with my daughters, because they actually are very astute with it. They say, oh, isn't it a shame that she had that surgery or that she did that? Because she's actually really lovely looking up. And I actually find it's quite a good place to have quite a lot of good body conversations. And it's interesting how often, like, it doesn't matter how gorgeous somebody might be and that goes onto the island, they don't necessarily find love if they haven't got something else going on. So I find it's been quite good from a mum's point of view. Someone somewhere, I rub my chub and tell it that I love it. Don't always feel it, but my body deserves the love, even if it doesn't meet societal standards. Exactly. Thank you. Standards of an orchid when we're all daffodils. I'm 28, says Hannah, and I've been dieting since I was probably 14. Looking back, I was slim, and now I'm the heaviest I've ever been due to lockdown and hate myself. Hannah, we were talking about this, me and the loose women were talking about this backstage the other day, and we were saying, every photo we look back on, so it might say when I was 25 and I look back at myself when I was 18, and 25 I thought I was, so fat, and then I look back at 18, 19 and I've gone, oh my God, you were so slim and you thought you were fat. Get to 30s, look back in my 20s, see, oh my God, you look so slim, and now I'm fat. Why didn't I enjoy that I was slim? I'm fat. And it goes on and on and on like that. Why don't you just try and stop that now? Just try and stop that. To hate yourself will make you hungry. Because when you hate yourself, you make yourself emotionally hungry. And when you're emotionally hungry, you know what can really help? But only for a few minutes. Because then after the few minutes, you feel really disgusting. I just had a massive bag of Wotsits. Why did I have them? Well, I hadn't planned enough and I hadn't had a good meal, so I ate a massive bag of giant Wotsits. The thing that I've learnt now that I wouldn't have learnt when I was your, which I didn't know at your age, so I would have then gone, oh my God, I'm so disgusting, I've eaten all those Wotsits, oh my God, right now I'm gonna, well, why don't I just have that packet of biscuits and those donuts as well, because now I'm disgusting anyway, and I don't deserve, but now I go, well, you ate those Wotsits because you were a bit tired, you're a bit low, you're a bit anxious, you hadn't had a proper lunch, and so you stuffed the Wotsits because they felt good to just shut your emotions up for a minute. And so after this, I'll make myself a proper something nice. I don't want to cook for ages, so I'll make myself some eggs and a nice brown toast and some spinach, and I might have a cup of tea and a biscuit later or a small slice of cake, because that's sane eating. People that appear to be naturally slim just eat kind of what they want and don't do the starving, binging. Take it one step at a time, Hannah. Don't be in a rush. And just think, what am I doing for my health today? And that doesn't mean never having white bread and never having sweet, but just am I nourishing myself? Am I looking after myself? Did I this morning have some nice egg and toast or a good cereal like oats and raisins? And then on lunch, are you going to have a nice big bit of chicken, nice sandwich with some nice brown bread and some salad? And don't go, oh, I can't have that because I ate all that last night, so I'm not having it, and end up having fish and chips or a kebab at 11 o'clock at night. That was my cycle for years. It just doesn't work. You might as well have 3 meals a day and just have something, whatever you really like. My granddaughter, says Hazel Melbourne, is a dance teacher and a parent, and said she was too big to be professional. How rude, made me so angry. Well, unfortunately, there are certain professions where you do have to be a certain weight. If you want to be an athlete, you can't carry any weight. If you want to be a ballet dancer, you can't carry any weight. If you're going to be a dancer that you're going to be lifted by boys, you can't be overweight. And it's very sad, but it is true. And so if you, like for me to be very slim, I have to be unhappy because I don't have a body type of very slim without watching every single thing I eat and writing it down and counting the calories. I just don't want that life. So I'm bigger than I should be on a medical chart. But if I wanted to be a dancer, I would have to accept that I can't be a bloody dancer because I would be too big for men to carry me, to lift me. So that's a very brutal world, the dance world. I mean, I know I went to stage school and I saw people's hearts be ripped out by comments like that. But unfortunately, it's the way of the world. You know, if you want to be a model, you've got to be skinny, unless you're a plus size model, and then you're put into another box. So, yeah. It's hard. How do you keep up your exercise? Well, I'm not very good at it, Gabrielle. I keep up my yoga, but I've been plagued with injuries, but I love to walk and I can walk for miles and miles. So I think of exercise. I never ever think of exercise as burning calories. Never. It's the most horrible cycle to get into. I saw somebody the other day on Instagram, I can't remember what was going, oh, I'm doing this workout to pay for that muffin I had this morning. No. No. That you shouldn't exercise to burn calories. It shouldn't be a punishment for eating exercise. I think if you find something you love and then you do it because it makes you feel good and it sorts out your mentals, that's the right exercise. So I love to do yoga. I love to dance. I love to walk. I hate gyms. I hate cycling. I love to run, but I can't because I've got plantar fascia. And so, you know, if you said to me I had to go and play tennis or I had to play hockey, I wouldn't turn up. So you've got to choose the exercise that you're going to turn up for. And actually, I know loads of people hated the online lessons and everything through lockdown, but I found it brilliant. And as you know, I've learnt to love yoga through my teacher online. So, yeah, my only advice on it is choose something you love. Hannah Horby, I'm a full-time teacher, which is my life, but suffer with PTSD, depression, anxiety. My medications cause me to gain weight. Finally, a healthy weight, but feel so alien in my skin. Any tips? Oh, Mark's had this, my husband, when he had to go on antidepressants and they made him put weight. It's so unfair, isn't it? I said, bloody hell. Can these people that invent these bloody pills with people that are already down, can they not just put something in it so that they don't put on weight? Because it's like you're already struggling with all of that and then you put on weight too. I feel so alien in my skin. That's so interesting. Well, first of all, isn't it wonderful that you're a teacher and you love it? Isn't that wonderful? I think you have to try and find something that centers you. Like I've really struggled with yoga, but now it centers me. I really didn't want to do it this morning, but I was so anxious and I was so worried about so many things, and it just brought me and it centered me. And I've persevered with it. It's about finding the right I cannot recommend my yoga teacher highly enough. And she's done a very special price, beginners yoga, because I've told her a lot about my followers on here and how a lot of you do suffer and stuff. So she's done a cut price 4 week for absolute beginner yogis, so that people can really try, because it's so daunting for so many people. And for me, yoga and meditation helps me feel in my skin. Nature helps me feel in my skin. You know, go out and really look and really listen to the birds and really see the trees and really, you know, mindfulness about that consciousness, Hannah. That's a lot. Zumba for me, Tracy May. You know, my sister Dina's a Zumba teacher. She teaches. Conscious eating, sitting with a plate rather than not noticing what I'm eating works well. Exactly, Faith. That's a big one. Conscious eating. Paige Elizabeth, I've stopped rewarding myself with food. Instead, I buy something like face pack, a new bubble bath instead of chocolate. Yeah, food rewarding. It's like even today, like having this little drink. I don't usually drink in the week, but, you know, just going to, oh, I've had a terrible week, I'll have a slice of cake. Now, have a slice of cake because you really want a slice of cake, and there's nothing wrong with having a slice of cake. It's taking the guilt out of food. Food and guilt, we learn it at such a young age, don't we? I've counted calories for so long, I do it without even thinking. Even a walk to the shops counts towards what I can eat. Yeah, Rachel Louise, that's that awful. I feel for you. You know that they are now saying that the whole calorie thing is a load of old rubbish. It's a very inexact science. Look it up. This will help you. Google the truth behind calories and you will discover that it's all just made up shit, and it will release you from the horrors of counting it all the time. Trey Anna, I've been a size 8 and everything in between to a size 18. Me too. And the only thing I had in common at all sizes is that I was never satisfied. Need to concentrate on loving me as a person. But yeah, it's about accepting that you're never going to be satisfied. And within that and with that, some satisfaction comes in. It's really strange, but it does. It really does. Well, guys, I'm going to have to go. My God, we've been here over half an hour chatting. We'll do more of these because I know they're always a real help. And they help me. They help put me back on track as well. So, guys, really, really lovely. If you've enjoyed being here, can you hit the thumbs up just underneath me here? There's almost 500 of you watching. So let me see if we can get 500 thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can always be told when we're on. Come on, 166. Let's get it up to 200. Thumbs up. Who's watching Love Island? I am. And I'll be doing little lives in between on my Instagram. So I'll see you then. Lots of love. Oh, Michelle Penny, my friend Michelle, you've got to choose the type of exercise you do by what makes you feel the best mentally. Exactly. You'll never stick to anything driven purely by wanting to make physical changes. And she's a qualified sports scientist as well, aren't you, Michelle? Sports scientist. Physiotherapist. My memory's gone, Michelle. It's been a long day. Anyway, my darlings, thank you so much. Oh, 257. That's lovely. 257 thumbs up. It's the like button under here. Sorry, I'll say thumbs up, but I mean the like button. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you for helping me just get a little bit back on track after my What's It binge. Love ya.